Why America won't deploy AI security cameras the way China does. In the age of artificial intelligence, security cameras are no longer passive observers. They do not merely record crimes after they happen. In some countries, they anticipate behavior, identify individuals in seconds, predict risk, and intervene before chaos unfolds. In China, AI-powered surveillance cameras have become the nervous system of modern cities, controlling traffic, tracking suspects, monitoring crowds, and feeding real-time data into centralized command centers. In the United States, however, the same technology is treated with deep suspicion. The question is not whether America has the technology. The question is why America refuses to use it at scale. 1. What modern AI surveillance can actually do to understand the hesitation. We must first understand the true capability of modern AI surveillance systems. Today's advanced camera networks can identify faces in massive crowds within seconds, track vehicles across entire cities via license plate recognition, detect abnormal behavior such as sudden violence, illegal gatherings, or erratic movement, adjust traffic lights dynamically to prevent congestion, alert authorities before crimes or accidents escalate. In short, AI surveillance is no longer reactive. It is predictive. Technologically speaking, the United States is more than capable of deploying such systems. American firms develop world-class computer vision software and export it globally. Yet domestically, widespread implementation remains politically radioactive. Why? 2. The Constitution, America's first and strongest barrier. The primary obstacle is not technical, it is constitutional. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects citizens from unreasonable searches and surveillance by the government. AI-driven facial recognition raises a dangerous legal question. At what point does public safety become mass tracking? In the American legal system, intent does not matter as much as potential abuse. Even if a system is designed to prevent crime, the possibility that it could be misused is enough to trigger lawsuits, injunctions, and public backlash. In China, the governing philosophy is different. Social stability is prioritized over individual privacy. In the United States, the opposite is true. Rights are protected even when doing so creates inefficiencies. 3. Fear of losing control inside the government itself. Paradoxically, American authorities are wary of AI surveillance because they cannot fully control it. The U.S. government is fragmented. Federal, state, and local authorities operate under different laws. Data governance varies by jurisdiction. There is no unified national surveillance framework. Deploying a nationwide AI camera system would require unprecedented coordination and accountability. Who owns the data? Who controls access? Who decides when AI crosses the line? In a centralized system, answers are simple. In the U.S. system, they are political minefields. 4. The risk of political weaponization. Perhaps the deepest fear is not crime, it is power. In a polarized nation, any surveillance tool risks becoming a political weapon. Opponents fear scenarios where protesters are identified and tracked. Political movements are monitored in real time. Surveillance data is selectively enforced. History has made Americans deeply skeptical of state power. From past intelligence abuses to modern data leaks, trust is fragile. Once AI surveillance exists, it cannot be unseen or undone. 5. Public opinion. Align America won't cross public trust matters. Surveys consistently show that Americans support limited surveillance for specific threats, but strongly oppose continuous facial recognition in public spaces. The fear is not constant observation, it is permanent identification. In China, anonymity in public spaces is no longer assumed. In America, anonymity is still considered a civic right. 6. Technology versus values. This is where the debate becomes philosophical. China views technology as a tool to optimize society. The United States views technology as something that must be restrained by rights, efficiency versus liberty, order versus freedom. AI surveillance forces societies to choose which value matters more. 7. The irony. America uses this technology, just not at home. Ironically, American companies lead the world in AI surveillance exports. U.S. developed technologies are used in smart cities abroad, private security systems, corporate campuses. The resistance is not about capability, it is about legitimacy. What is acceptable for corporations or foreign governments becomes unacceptable when tied directly to state power at home. 8. Crime prevention versus civil liberties. Supporters argue AI cameras could reduce violent crime, improve emergency response times, save lives. Critics counter that. Once deployed, surveillance always expands. Temporary measures become permanent. Oversight inevitably weakens. The American system assumes power will be abused eventually, not because leaders are evil, but because history proves it. 9. Why China can deploy what America cannot. China's political structure allows centralized data control, rapid nationwide implementation, uniform enforcement. The U.S. system is intentionally inefficient to prevent tyranny. AI surveillance thrives on efficiency. Democracy thrives on friction. 10. The uncomfortable truth. America is not behind China in AI surveillance. America is choosing restraint. Whether that restraint is wisdom or weakness depends on perspective. China has cities that are safer, faster, and more controlled. America has cities that are messier, but freer. 11. The question that remains. As AI grows more powerful, the line between safety and surveillance will continue to blur. The real question is not whether America can deploy AI cameras like China. It is whether Americans are willing to trade anonymity for order. And once that trade is made, there may be no turning back.